Hot Ice Tuesday edition. I am a baseball handicapper, even though I look like I should be selling low-level real estate in Florida. Not sure how long the stash is going to go, but as long as Taco's in theaters, I'm fucking keeping it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Interest rates are low.
Yeah, they're low. They're low. I'll get you in. You know anybody buying? Weirdly, I actually just got a call from a friend of mine, like kind of out of touch, hadn't talked to him in a couple of years. He's like, "Hey, you looking at any real estate in Miami?" I'm like, "This is the fucking call I get." It was wild. Truthfully, like I answered, it was wild. Now I know
should have passed him the date. You should have gave him Dave's number.
Crazy. Yeah, I know that would have went well for me in the summer. All right, headlines. Mariners, Angels, brawl. Jesse Winker gets hit on the hip, goes immediately after Phil Nevin, the interim manager. The suspension have come down. It looked like a softball brawl. Nevin gets 10 games. Winker gets 7 games. I'll give you guys, Carl, I know you've been kind of talking about the Mariners. They just made the trade. Obviously, that they're looking to kind of get back into it. The Angels, I said, like, keep an eye on. These are two teams kind of fighting to keep an identity, maybe just be relevant out in the West. There's one very, very funny piece of the fight that I'm going to hold. I'll see if you guys kind of pick up on it, but I'll let you basically unpack it. Ev, I know you may have possibly had some scraps this weekend or known some people in some scraps without throwing anybody into the bus. So I'll let you start with this. Kind of what do you unpack from here? Or like, do you like to see this? How crazy is it? He went right after Nevin. Like, take this one to get off the bat.
Well, in terms of the scraps, I would say I was not in the scrap as far as the other potential participants. I'll say no comment for the on record for the show. As far as this fight goes,
Carl is so confused right now. Carl, we'll give you all the info. Don't worry. I'm sorry. We're not squeezing it out. It's a very, very funny understory that I got 3 minutes before we started airing. So I will give you all the pieces.
So, Rico, I think I know the funny moment that you're talking about, if I can guess. Gotta be Syndergaard fixing his hair mid-fight.
Listen,
which is classic Syndergaard.
Yeah, that's my only take.
Not in the mix for his teammates. He's worried about the gold locks. Mid-fight, his boys are in a war. He's looking. He wished he had a mirror to check his hair. I didn't hate the. Was it Winker who pulled the mush move? Not Marty mushes in. I refer to a mush as when you stuff somebody, like you stuff your palm square in someone's mouth and their face. Was it Winker who pulled the mush move? Because I do like that in a fight because it's not doing the damage, but it's like a very like alpha, like fuck you move, and I kind of appreciate that in a fight.
Yeah, Winker got mushed by Anthony Rendon, which is interesting because Anthony Rendon had a cast on his right hand. Anthony Rendon is also not like a very fired up guy or baseball player. He's like the laid back, doesn't care or whatever, this and that. So that's a great sign. Listen, Jesse Winker's a psycho. Did you guys see Phil Nevin though point at his head? Did you see the video from the day before? The day before the game. He's pointing in the Mariners dugout and he's pointing at somebody's head. And then the starter for the next day, they fucking scratched the original starter. They put like a bullpen opener in there for the first 2 innings to just pitch inside and just fucking drill guys. Now, Phil Nevin is the complete opposite of what Joe Madden was. And now the guys love playing for him. They've responded very well. And we theorized or whatever that fucking word is, on starting 9 this week, that they're the baseball, like the way players are today of like playing video games and hanging out in the hotel room instead of going out for the dinners. The culture's all kind of shifted back where we'd say, hey, you guys are soft, right? Where now there's like this, a guy like Phil Nevin can go in a clubhouse and take these soft guys and kind of rally them together. Where before a guy like Phil Nevin would go into a big league clubhouse and try and rally older veteran or think of how much baseball's changed over the last 30 years. Guys were like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. We're fucking big leaguers. But that mentality's very much changed in baseball, which is why I think you're seeing crazier fights this year. You're seeing guys that are like more unrestrained. That's like some of the craziest fights we've ever seen are when we're like sophomores in high school. Why is that? Because you're fucking unhinged and you don't understand the consequences of like what's going on. Now, as we're older, we're 35. You talk about the scrap. I mean, you see a guy catch a good shot in the face. Everybody's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, help this guy up for a second.
Yeah, he's got work tomorrow. Yeah,
yes.
he's got yeah, exactly.
So I think we're seeing a lot of these like young guys who don't have, and then you got Phil Nevin shaking them up there, like, come on, let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's like the old Dana White quote, like Dave says all the time, like, I got caged animals. Like, what do you expect? Yeah, it's how it goes. But listen, I mean, the takeaway, I know we pile on Syndergaard, and he probably, I'll be honest, he probably watches this show because he has Google Alerts on himself and the way we talk about him so much. I am a hair guy, so I want to defend him on that. But if only there was a piece of equipment that helps keep your hair back. It's a shame that baseball doesn't have anything that you maybe put on your head and help your hair back. Like, dude, Syndergaard, put on a fucking hat, man. Like, what do we do? It was very simple. Like, he's wearing the headband. It's fucking flopping. Like, dude, you know you're running out there. Grab a hat, put it on, and you're good to go. Like, what am I missing? Like, why are you not wearing a fucking hat? That's all it is.
Yep.
Whatever.
You Mets fans in the attachment to Syndergaard. I thought I saw Syndergaard throw a punch on the ground floor level. If you guys saw that angle, I thought I saw him.
He seems like somebody's covered up and he hits him in the ribs guy. He seems like that. And he's like, you see that? I rocked him. It's like, nah, you waited till he was covered up. But whatever. I mean, listen, he's not helping himself. He keeps fucking tweeting SNY. Put on a fucking hat. This is not a crazy take. Put on a fucking hat. Dogs of the day. I am 0 in June, so I'm moving myself to fucking 9th in the order. If you guys have a great feel, let's go to you, Carl. What's your dog of the day?
Are you telling me Patrick Corbin's actually hasn't been too bad lately? But
I think
he's a favorite today.
He's a favorite today. So
I don't give a fuck. Quintana's on the other side. Right. Quintana's on the other side. O'Neal Cruz for the Pirates. They're playing. They look fine. Whatever. They won last night. They're probably going to lose today. But plus 104 against Corbin. It's like at the ethos and core of the show is if you're telling me Patrick Corbin is a favorite. We are absolutely taking the other side, Ev.
Yeah.
Yes, I went in a deep one here late night. I'm taking a shot at my guy Scooble. He's plus 170. I know it's in San Francisco. I know that's not a great spot, but also he's plus 170, which I think is a little disrespectful how good he's been. 2, the total here is 7. So they're expecting a really low scoring game. I just think it's a good spot. He bounced back a little bit last time. I know 2 starts ago. He got knocked around a little bit. I think it might have been the Blue Jays. He got knocked around by a little bit. But overall, he's been really, really good this year. I've said it a million times. I'm a loyal gambler. The guy's been good to me. I'll go back to him. Plus 170 here. I think it's a good spot. Get back on the right track. Low total. Give me the Tigers plus 1. It's like 170, 173 range.
Okay. Here's the one I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the Orioles plus 155. Austin Hayes hits 667. They're playing Robbie Ray. Odor hits 286, Santander 273, Mullins 444. They've won 5 of the last 6, and they're scoring runs, and I just think they're a live dog. They smacked the Mariners last night. We talked about this. Mariners with some suspensions in the lineup. I'm going to go with the Orioles, plus 155. Let's round it back out. Ev, who's your best bet?
So my best bet today, I'm going with the Rays at home. They're playing the Brewers. Woodruff has not been nearly as good as he was last year. ERA is in the high 4s. I've kind of been on record. I'm not a huge believer in the Brewers in that division. I honestly trust the Cardinals way more. You're getting the Rays here. They play really, really good at the Trop. You're getting a minus like 115, 120 here. They've been playing really good baseball. I said they're one of the teams I'm worried about the most, probably besides the Astros. So give me the Rays here at a small favorite.
All right, so real quick, the dog parlay pays 12 to 1, 12.5 to 1 if you want to parlay all the dogs. Oh, all right, Ev, best bet is the Rays. Carl, who's your best bet?
Man, I was staring at this, bro. I'm taking the Rays, baby. Let's go. Bears minus 120. Brandon Woodruff hasn't pitched since late May. He's been trash when he's been out there. The fucking Brewers are clawing, scratching, fighting this guy. This guy's been pitching a month, and when he was pitching, to your point, Ev, he's trash. Wander Franco just got off the IL. The Rays got a fire under their fucking ass. Like you said at the Trop, if this isn't a slam dunk minus 120 in the land of minus 120 slam dunks, then someone fucking tell me what is, please. Sorry, I'm all fired up. I love when we're
I love that.
All right, so Ev loves to take credit when it goes 6 for 6, but now it's a 5-leg parlay. Okay, I just put mine in. It puts it at 40-1. 40-1 if we sweep the board with the 3 dogs and the 2 best bets. I'm going with the Texas Rangers. Gray is pitching. He's got 3 total earned runs in his last 3 starts. He's averaging 7 strikeouts in the last 3 his 3 outings. The Rangers are 13th in runs. They're 8 in homers. Heasley's pitching for the Royals. He's allowed a home run in 5 of his last 6 starts. The Rangers in their last 8 games have averaged 4.8 runs. I think this Rangers team, we talked about it. They're right there. They score. Give me them. I'm only laying 150. The way the line has moved, give me 150. I'll take that. And obviously it connects all the dots, puts us at a 40-1 parlay. Give me the Rangers. I really, really am confident with the Rangers. We've been doing really well with best bets. Let's go. Let's get it going. So extra innings. Obviously next week we got off, and then we kind of get into the All-Star break. What did I I had extra innings. Carl, if Contreras does get traded, yeah. I know we've kind of seen this mass exodus. The Yankees got a lot of those. The Cubs. Is there a destination you want Contreras if you guys are going to start kind of selling all the pieces?
Yeah, I think there's a slam dunk there, and it's the Mets. Now, the reason it's the Mets is you have to have somebody that can catch Scherzer, and it's not Wilson Contreras, but you need a better catcher than what you guys currently have. And Wilson Contreras is literally in the midst of putting up like the second best offensive season of any catcher since like 2010. Which is kind of like a break point, I guess, to me is a break point from like the Balco. It's a clear break point from the steroid era into like what we would now know today. And the people you'd compare Wilson Contreras' season to, it's like Buster Posey, and then the 1 year Yadier Molina hit like 340. So I would like to see him. I mean, and this is where Cubs fans kill me. They're like, why wouldn't you extend Wilson Contreras? Because like he does have 3 prime years left. But if you've watched the Cubs, like they're not going to be there for it. It would be a complete waste. It would be like getting a sports car and then moving to fucking Minneapolis. Like, what are you doing? So I would like to see him go to the Mets. I think the Mets are in a position to give up a ton of prospects. And my number one thing is like we traded Javi Baez for Pete Crow Armstrong last year, who's going to be a Major League Baseball player for like 13 years. And the Mets were like, don't give a fuck. We need 40 games of Javi Baez to play next to Francisco Lindor. The urgency there to win now, take advantage of this core is hot. And if I'm the only people I'm talking to are the Mets. I'm talking to everybody, but the only people I want to deal with are the Mets.
Yeah, and I like that the Mets are truly, truly all in. Like I was saying to Ev before we recorded today, too, like, it's like we're paying them all this money. It's like I equate it to like something you don't want to go to. Like, oh, I got this camping trip, like with a work friend from distance, and like I paid for the hotel and I paid. That money's gone. Like the money with Robinson Cano is gone. To put him in the lineup only makes you a worse team. Why like shoot yourself in the leg twice? It's the dumbest thing you could do. So I love where the Mets are at. And, they're like, oh, well, we paid for McCann. And, like, fuck it. All right, let's get another one. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting that it's like you need a monopoly money owner, but you got to get the right guys, too. So they went and got Marte. Like, things got to work out the right way. The question I'll ask to you, Ev, is last night, after about the 4th or 5th inning, I was like, damn, I said it. How do you not take the Oakland A's at, like, almost plus 300? Like, so how many runs – would you have needed to be down before you started panicking? Because I know you weren't panicking at 5-1.
No, I mean, not really. I mean, just like it's this team too. Like I think someone tweeted last night. I saw the stat that the Yankees have 23 comeback wins this year. It really has been outrageous, and they've just done it all year. Like the bats, it seems like eventually just get going at some point. Montgomery got banged around a little bit yesterday, but I mean, not too, but just gave up a bases loaded double. That was really the issue. Got it to 4-1. They end up getting another hit 5-1. But, I mean, the thing about this team, too, is, like, they hit so well. Like, the back of the lineup is so feared. Like, that's the problem. When you got, like, the Jose Trevinos, like, the Marwin Gonzalez's were, like, big contributors to that rally. I think it was in the 7th, I think. They've done it all year. It's just been fun to watch. I've just been trying to enjoy it. There definitely is a little part of me that's waiting for, like, the skid to happen. Like, it's Major League Baseball. Like, eventually you're going to go on, like a 3-6 run or like a 3-7, like only win like 3 out of like 12 or something. But they're just hot. Like they're just hot. I mean, the camaraderie just seems really strong. The pitching's been really good. I mean, no, it's been hard to like get worried about it. Like you said, like 5-1. Like I'm sitting there I'm not freaking out until it's like the 8th, 9th inning. I mean, It's been special. This team is just special. I just hope that I just have so much PTSD from the playoffs. I just hope that I truly, truly hope that the pitching that's been so good, the Severinos and the Tyones and the Nestor Cortezes, they show up in the playoffs. I imagine we're gonna probably go after an arm. We talked about a little Century yesterday, like a Luis Castillo or some. We're gonna pick up a starting arm. I'd imagine who we move out of the rotation. I'm really not sure, but regardless, I mean, it's been unreal. I don't know what else to say. It's just been unreal to watch this team play.
Yeah, I mean,
they bring it every night.
IKF is out of the lineup. I know Chapman's obviously been out. Like you are still missing some pieces, which is weird. And you're 34 games over 500. Even as a Yankee hater, like there's not much to hate about them. They don't have a lot of like assholes. They're not doing the pie in the face bullshit that they were doing back in the day. Like even I can't nitpick. I will say I'm looking forward to with everything kind of coming full circle. I really think the ALCS is Yankees, Astro, or bust in terms of like watchability, and I think baseball like needs that. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Let's end it on this parade. We're 2 for 2 in our last 2. So, we can obviously get it going. I'm going to go with a guy who's reached base in his last 30 games, whether it's hit or walk. I'm going with Kyle Schwarber. He's got hits in 8 of his last 10, facing Charlie Morton. He does not hit the Braves really well, but the game's in Philly. I like that bandbox. Take a stab at him going deep, but I'm going to put him in the hit parade. Carl, who are you putting in? Because I know Ty France is on the IL, so I don't know if you've been to did you send a flower basket to the hospital? Like
it's an edible arrangement. Right. Ty France, he's got a sweet tooth. He's got the melon basket's on its way. So
this guy too. Acuna took a fucking bowl off the foot too. We got a few of our guys are in trouble. Carl, who are you adding in?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it simple here. Like you talked about the Astros, they're back at, the Astros are in New York. I like Altuve on the road against Carrasco. This is a game, obviously you want to get on base, you want to create some opportunities. I just think I like Altuve with like a little duck snort to lead the game off.
All right. Ev.
Yes, I'm kind of right to the chase. I'm on Paul Goldschmidt here. I don't know if it's being talked about enough that this guy's batting .347. He's just been unbelievable. They're at home. They got the good lefty righty matchup tonight for him. You guys batting .350. What else do I got to say? He's just been unbelievable.
Yeah. Triple crown right now. Or no, I should say triple crown in the slash. Triple crown in the slash.
He's got 64 RBIs. I think he's right there with Alonso in RBIs in the NL. I mean, he's definitely a little behind in the homers. He's got 19, but he's just having an unbelievable MVP caliber season. He really has been special. And I don't know. He's just one of those guys that you kind of just set your watch to him. Like just like 330 home runs, 100 ribbies, but he is having like an extra special season, and just kind of a bland, like normal looking white guy, plays first base. Now he's got a little Mike Trout to him that he's not super flamboyant. He doesn't have the big personality, but the guy just hits, plain and simple. Love him in the hit parade.
Yeah, listen, he's going to need some favors to get the MVP votes over CJ Cron. But, I mean, he's right there. So, he's right there. All right, that rounds it out. We're going to get a price from Jack. Go ahead, Carl. You got one more?
Goldschmidt's next homer will be his 300th.
Ooh. Tonight, I'm betting him by homer tonight. I'm betting him to homer tonight. A little sprinkle on that.
I like that. That's worth a little. That's worth a
probably in the, I imagine like the plus 400-ish range, 350, 450, somewhere in there. Give it a little sprinkle for the people.
All right. I mean, let's do a little self-deprecation to end this, too. Rico with the Carl stash. That stash looks horrible, and the stash is messing up Rico's audio. So
no,
we're gonna have to shave it, boys. I'll tell you what,
if we hit everything, if we go 5-0 tonight, we go 40 to 1. If we sweep it, Rico, you know what that means. That stash isn't going anywhere.
Oh, yeah. It ain't going anywhere. 40 to 1, we're staying. So, all right, we're going to get out of here a little shorthanded on Pick Central, but we'll get you a price on Hit Parade. I kind of love that 5-teamer. I kind of love the dogs. I love the way we're going with this one. Take a look at those stabs. 12 to 1, like I said, 40 to 1. Like, it's worth it with baseball. This is all we got now. Enjoy the 4th. We'll see you Thursday. We'll see you Thursday for the 4th of July. We'll do a big, maybe we'll start the show with the national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance. We'll be real fucking American on Thursday. See you guys on Thursday.